Hey friends, welcome back to the Guitar Max channel, and this video, honestly, this really just reminds me of how much I love doing what I do and making these videos. I never get tired of checking out cool new guitars, and when I saw that Firefly had released a double neck guitar, I just about fell over backwards. What guitarist doesn't want a double neck? I mean, one guitar is cool, but two guitars is twice as cool, or maybe it's like cool squared. Okay, first off, just feast your eyeballs on this guitar insanity. Yes, two necks, a 6-string and a 12-string, and they are set necks set into a mahogany body and this sort of vintage white gloss finish. One of the things that I really love about this guitar is the simplified control system, but we'll go over that in just a minute. The thing to think about first is that this guitar right here, this double neck guitar, including a hard shell case, costs $399, $400. Unfreaking believable, dudes. Now let's take a closer look at these necks here. Like I mentioned earlier, they're set necks. These are rosewood fretboards, 22 frets on both of them. They both have a white binding up and down the neck. It's a little bit hard to see maybe on the camera there, but because it's a white guitar with a white binding. But it's got the binding there. We've got these really cool inlays. And then yeah, 22 frets on both of these necks. And yes, these are the rounded ball end stainless steel frets. Now the other thing here is that they actually have a few different options on these double neck guitars. It looks like 3 different colors that you can choose from. And then they actually have one, which is a double neck bass and guitar combination. And then they have another one, which is a double neck triple humbucker guitar. But watch out, because that one costs $30 more. These guitars are crazy in the best way. Okay, there's a lot more to talk about with these guitars, but I don't want to waste any more time before we get into the demo, so let's go ahead and do that. But real quick, guys, as always, if you enjoy videos, checking out cool, new, affordable guitars, and also staying up on all the latest news in the guitar universe, and you have not already subscribed for some reason, please consider subscribing right now. Okay, we'll plug this in, and I'll see if I can come up with some nice clean tones to showcase the 12-string, of course, and then we'll do some rocking on the 6-string as well. But let's plug it in and listen to how it sounds. Okay, so there's a couple things about the playability on this guitar that I want to mention here. One is the neck profile. These are surprisingly thin necks. If you've played the other single cut like Les Paul style guitars from Firefly, these necks, especially the 6-string neck, it actually feels maybe slightly thinner than that, like the same profile, but just shrunk down a little bit. I mean, so profile-wise, it's like a kind of a shallow C-shaped neck. But yeah, very thin, very comfortable. And I mentioned this many, many times in other videos, but these rounded ball-in frets make the edge of the fretboard feel very smooth because you just have a little round bump there where the fret end is. And you know, there's never any sharp fret ends or anything like that because of how round they are, and also because the frets are slightly shorter than the fretboard is, right? So the fret doesn't quite reach the edge of the fretboard, if that makes sense. Just makes it really smooth and very comfortable. Now, the 12-string, I mean, the 12 strings like this, they're always going to be a little bit difficult to play. Like, you need more tension on the strings because you're pressing down 2 strings, right, which each finger. And then the other thing is that it's kind of a pain to tune this thing, and it's not that there's anything wrong with the guitar, or it's not hard to get it in tune, but it's so easy to be turning the wrong tuner. You have to really like look at the string and then like count and like, okay, that's the tuner, and then you tune it up. Especially on the underside of the headstock here, you know, when I'm tuning this thing, I keep finding that I'm grabbing the wrong tuner and that kind of stuff. But in all honesty, I don't play 12-string guitars that often, so I might just be a little bit out of practice on that. Now, the controls. Let's talk about the controls, because this is kind of a big deal with me for this guitar. So, like I said, compared to some other double neck guitars, the controls are simplified on this, which I really love. So you've got just a basic single volume, single tone, and then each guitar has a separate 3-way toggle switch. And then you've got the third toggle, which chooses which neck you want to use, or both, right? This one here, the center position, is to have both necks on. But what you can do, what's cool, is like, let's say you want to put the 6-string in the neck position, the neck pickup, and then you want to have the 12-string set to the bridge position. So you can have those 2 toggle switches set differently, and then you can use the third toggle switch to switch back and forth between the 2 necks, and you don't have to change the other toggle switches, you know, for the corresponding neck. I just really like that. And also, you know, having just the single volume for the entire guitar, I think, is really nice too. Now, let me show you guys some more pictures of the case here, because a big hard case like this for a double neck guitar, I mean, the case alone is worth like at least $100, and like seriously at least, because some double neck cases cost much more than that. But when you think about, for 400 bucks, you know, plus a shipping charge or whatever, you're getting the guitar, the double neck guitar, and again, it's set neck, it's not like a bolt-on neck, which would have been less expensive, and the hard case for that price is just ridiculous. Now, one thing I really want to do is to compare this guitar to the Harley Benton double neck, because they're kind of in a similar price range. I mean, the Harley Benton is a little bit more expensive, especially if you're getting it shipped over from Germany. But spec-wise, or, you know, just in general, the overall design, the guitars are kind of similar, but they do have some different hardware options and that kind of stuff. So be on the lookout for that in a future video. I'll compare those 2 guitars. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Now, I just got this guitar a couple days ago, and I was lucky because it came in time for me to use it at a photo shoot that I just did yesterday. Now, this was doing some promo photos with a buddy of mine named Dean Cascione. He's a neoclassical guitar player, and he and I are working on like a neoclassical project together. And that project really, we're going for a real like over-the-top vibe, and so the double neck guitar was perfect for that. But yeah, check out these photos here. I will say the only real big downside to this guitar is the weight, right? And it's, you know, it's a double neck guitar. It's a huge guitar. What do you expect? So the guitar itself weighs around 13 pounds, which is not that bad. But also the case is very heavy. So when you have the guitar in the case and you're carrying it around, I mean, it's like it takes some work to move the thing around. And again, it's not that I think the case was badly made. I mean, probably the opposite, but it's just kind of the nature of these double neck guitars. I mean, there's a lot of wood and a lot of materials, and it just weighs a lot. All right, guys, but there it is, the Firefly double neck guitar. This is kind of the basic version of it, right? This is not the triple humbucker version or the bass and guitar version, anything like that. But yeah, pretty freaking cool. I mean, I guess you could kind of say that this is like the flagship of the Firefly line or something. It's definitely the most expensive, although it's still only $400. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? I can't say that this is the absolute least expensive double neck guitar. I have seen some that were down around $300, but those ones didn't come with cases. So, you know, with a case, this probably is the most affordable double neck, and they did a really good job with it. So, guys, as always, I would love to hear what you thought about this down in the comment section below, and then down in the video description below, I will have my links down there to the guitar and the amplifier I was using in the demo, all that stuff, plus my social media. Guys, thanks a ton for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you very soon.